See, since time immemorial, man has searched for its meaning. And throughout ancient times, great sage, great messengers of truth have tried to give us this message. And their message is of simplicity, that one must first begin to understand oneself before we begin to address the world around us. And within all of us, there is a portion of light and there is a portion of darkness. There's a very beautiful story of an Indian chief, and he is sitting with his grandchildren and he's telling them a story. And the story goes that in all our lives, there are two wolves. There's a great black wolf and there's a great white wolf. And these wolves are constantly fighting within our life. So the grandchildren ask their grandfather that, oh, grandfather, you are a great chief. You are a chief of our tribe. But please tell us in the end, which wolf wins, the white one or the black one? So the grandfather laughs and says, the one that you feed. So in the same way, as human beings, we can tip our lives into two scales. Either we can be children of light or children of darkness, meaning that when we choose to live our lives are based on action and reaction of the world. So if someone says something pleasing to me, that person becomes a very good person. If someone says something bad to me, I have a distaste of that person. So my reactions are according to the inputs I'm receiving from the world. Hence, if wrong inputs are given to me, if I face negativity, then it is very easy to be negative in nature. If I face positivity, then it's very easy to be positive in nature. So basically, great masters have tried to tell us that within us, there is a path that we must choose. The path of knowledge or the path of ignorance. The path of knowledge will lead us to ourselves, will lead us to a better understanding of who we are, and hence can regulate our reactions to this world. The path of darkness, so to speak, or the path of negativity is when we let our baser instincts or our baser selves take the best of us. We get angry, we get emotional, we are full of pride, we take wrong decisions, we have arrogance in us, we don't see the beauty in other people. So there's so many things. So if we are negative, hence our reactions to the world will be negative. So our great sages have again and again tried to explain to us the importance of understanding the self. Now, why is it difficult to understand the self? Because there is an imbalance. Within all of us, we want something, but we are thinking of something else and we are doing completely something else. Hence, what we receive from the world is not what is to our expectations. So that is why our sages have again and again tried to explain to us that be truthful within yourself, be honest to yourself. That's the first path of spirituality. And once we are honest to ourselves, we can understand what are the different knots that bind me, or what are the restrictions within me that is not allowing me to get a better or a clearer picture of myself. So as we move further in life, life teaches us through different experiences. I guess the greatest teaching now is of this coronavirus. Earlier we used to think going out to a restaurant, going out and eating somewhere, or watching a movie meant the world to us. What we did out there in the world defined us. But now all those definitions are changing, and very instantaneously. Today people thought that going to work was very important, but now everyone has realized that we can do the same amount of work from sitting from home. People thought that going out or experiencing something was very important. But it is not, because every one of us is restricted in these lockdowns and we are very limited to the world around us. So sometimes our projections of what our happiness was something totally different. And now we've realized that sometimes happiness lies in simple things. It's spending time with your family, spending time with your loved ones. It's caring about someone else. And though we've seen that this epidemic for sure has given a lot of problems to everyone, but you also see the people of knowledge, the children of knowledge, Guru Maharaj's disciples, all throughout the lockdown in India. There are thousands of ashrams, there are thousands of Mahatma Baijis, there are hundreds and thousands of premis who were not thinking about their safety or their well-being, but they came forward and they were helping other people who were facing these difficulties. You know that India was facing a very big migration problem. A lot of people instantaneously were homeless, and they had to, within the strict parameters of lockdown, had to walk for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers to get back to their own homes. So they were displaced in their own countries. And we saw through pictures and through social media and through the live television that how difficult their journeys were, how little children were walking in scorching heat. But what was not seen was that hundreds and thousands of ashrams that are placed all over, a lot of premis came forward, made lunch packets for them. In Prem Nagar ashram, hundreds of people that were displaced, migrant workers that were displaced, found a home where they got a roof over their head, where they were fed, where they were given hope that in these dark times you are not alone. So I guess life will be full of hardships, but when you have a goal, when you have a purpose, when truth defines you, then all these things are not a problem. They are actually a challenge to be faced and a challenge to be overcome. And I guess that's the greatest teaching of Guru Maharaj Ji. That within us we have to be strong, and if we are strong within, then there is no outwardly forces that can affect you. So I guess that is the greatest message of Guru Maharaj Ji, that we must believe in ourselves, we must believe in the power of the truth, we must believe in power of knowledge, and unless we are stable inside, unless and unless we are truthful to ourselves, this change cannot happen within. We will always be restless in life, we will always be looking for something, we will always be searching for happiness, but happiness is always present within you. So Guru Maharaj Ji's message is that access that happiness that is within you, and once we do that through meditation, through the power of knowledge, then I'm sure we will find a way to overcome all these hardships that the world is facing. So my message to all of you is, be strong, be safe,